Hello students, we are going to study our GK chapter Traditional Dresses. Traditional dresses help us to identify a person's native region or a country, his or her culture and social status. Pattern of a clothing of a man and woman may be different, but there will be several commonalities such as colors and materials. Traditional dress may be defined as the assemble of garments, jewelry, and accessories rooted in the past that is worn by an identifiable group of people. These traditional dress, also called as national dress, these are not worn in daily life but at folk festival, weddings, harvest festivals, and other special occasions. Traditional dresses express an identity through the costume, which is usually associated with a geographic area or a period of a time in history. It can also indicate social, marital, or religious status. In India, according to the state wise or a religion wise, traditional dress is different. But when we represent our India to a whole world, our traditional dress for women is sari and for men dhoti kurta. In this chapter, we are going to learn other countries' traditional dress. Take a look in the first picture. Men wear a knee-length wrap around called gho and the women wear an ankle-length dress known as kira from Bhutan. In the second picture, T-shaped ankle-length robe called kimono. This is a traditional dress of Japan. In third picture, this traditional dress is called a hanbok. Women's hanbok consists of a long-sleeved blouse like a top called gyogori and full wrapped around skirt called chima. And men wear a longer version of the gyogori with the baggy pants called paji. And this is a traditional dress of South Korea. In fourth picture, Hamfu is the traditional costume of an ethnic Han people of China country. A typical set of Hamfu consists of different garments, usually as inner top and bottom with a long robe covering them. In the fifth picture, this is a traditional dress of Vietnam. The ayodhya is a traditional dress for a woman and the men version is called ayogam. In sixth, the chamanto is a decorative garment similar to ponko, woven in a silk and wool. It takes a long time to produce. Because of its intricate patterns, which includes flowers, fruits and birds, and chamanto can use both the sides. One side is a dark and other side is a light. Dark side they can use for the day and the light side they can use for a night. And this is a traditional dress of child. In seventh picture, saffron was the dress commonly worn by the girls and women in parts of the Russia. It is a long pinafore which is worn over a blouse or a shirt. Simple ones were used for the daily wear, while heavily embroidered and decorated ones were used in the special occasion. Now in the eighth picture, the deal is the traditional clothing of the people of the Mongolia and other surrounding areas of the Central Asia. It can be made from cotton, silk or brocade and is usually worn with a silk belt. Kebaya is a traditional dress of Indonesia and it is also worn in many neighboring countries. It is the national costume of this country. It is a blouse dress that is worn with a wrap around skirt. Instead of the buttons, it is usually held together in a front with a brooch. Now in the 10th picture, the kanzu is a long white or a cream robe that is the national dress for a men in Tanzania. It was introduced here by Arab traders. It was originally made of bark cloth but is now made from natural and synthetic textile also. Children, here one fact space also given. A strip of cloth. The Indian sari is actually a strip of unstitched cloth that has been worn by women for several centuries. Depending upon the region, the sari can be draped in the different ways in India. And in Indian men also wear the unstitched cloth in the form of a dhoti or a lungi. These are also tied in several ways. Children, here one homework for you. Find out and name some other countries and areas of the world where the people wear a strip of unstitched cloth. Thank you, children. Bye bye.